The bipartisan, there's that word again. See, now they put a dash in it for me so I can get it right. The Bipartisan Budget Commission, led by Congressman Paul Ryan and Senator Patty Murray, striking a deal to avoid another government shutdown. Joining us, Congressman Tom Cole, Republican from Oklahoma. Congressman, when we had Steny Hoyer on yesterday, I'm not sure, maybe we shouldn't have taken him so seriously, but he thought there might be opposition on both sides, from some people on his side of the party as well as some of the more conservative members of Congress. Can you tell us right now, we're assuming this is a done deal. Is this going to pass, Congressman?
In my view, it will pass, but I think that Steny's right. There's certainly going to be some opposition on both ends of the political spectrum. There's a lot to be happy with here: government stability, the securing of the sequester cuts, redistribution of that money in a more reasonable way that protects defense. Those are all good things, but they came at a cost, and each side's got some things to be disappointed about. And so the safe vote in politics is always a no vote. You're going to see some people take that posture, and other people, frankly, they just want something bigger. And I think in this environment that probably wasn't attainable.
No.
But I can understand their disappointment.
What I always used to say about the guy hitting his head against the wall, it fits in so many circumstances because it feels so good when you stop. Try it. It does. It's so much better. And I was shocked when, I guess that's the kind of position we've all been put in now after the last couple of years or so. I mean, I almost rejoiced at this, that at least we won't have to, at least it'll be running. At least we can focus on arguing about other things rather than keeping the government open and raising the debt ceiling. And so to look at that with a, what is it called, a gimlet eye? What is it when you look at it?
Yeah, that's a gimlet.
A jaundiced eye.
Yeah, with the jaundice. To look at it, we've learned that we got to accept what we can take. What it'll give us, right?
Well, I think so. Well, look, the alternative to this is another government shutdown on January 15th, and I think we all know that that's just not ever going to, result in something good for the country or something politically good, frankly, for the folks that provoke it. So I really applaud Paul Ryan and Patty Murray for getting something that's modest but achievable and attainable and genuinely bipartisan. So if we can get off the, as Senator Murray put it, governing from crisis to crisis, maybe we can get to the really big drivers of our debt, which at the end of the day are Medicare, Social Security, and Medicaid.
Well, add in Obamacare now.
Absolutely. Believe me, if we could repeal it, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Right, but let's say that we don't, and it becomes the monstrous entitlement that it probably is going to be. And I don't know how it's going to work. I saw some of what the deductibles are going to be on the low premium plans.
I've already gone through the markets, and I can tell you it's not going to be a pretty experience for a lot of folks.
A lot of those $5,000 and $6,000, $10,000 and $12,000 a year subsidy or deductibles are going to be subsidized. So I don't know how expensive this is going to be, but I don't see how we ever address these long-term entitlements because we're split as a country, and people that get entitlements want them. Once they get
Well, there's some ways to do it. Look, you just have to come together. We addressed Social Security in 1983. It's time to do it again. There's a couple of good proposals out there. Even the president's, but it's easy until you try it.
Right. I know.
Politically it's not that easy, but you're right. It's easy in terms of the math. It's something that literally people with goodwill and willing to take a political risk could sit down in an afternoon and figure out what needs to be done. Medicare, Medicaid, much tougher.
Much tougher.
Yeah.
Congress, don't you think that, and you kind of alluded to this, that the big news here is a step forward. We had gone so far away from mutual supportiveness and trust and communication and working together that, I'm frankly very excited about this, not because of the particulars of the deal. It's really not much. But it is a really huge deal that people are coming together, beginning to think about working together. We all have to learn to compromise. And so I see this as a baby step towards maybe a really giant step down the road in terms of really dealing with the tough issues. How do you feel?
I feel actually very much the same way. Look, anytime you've been moving in the wrong direction, and I think we have for a long time, when you finally stop and turn around and take a step back, you'd like to go further and recover the lost ground. But this is a turnaround and a step in the right direction. Couldn't have happened without Paul Ryan. Couldn't have happened without Patty Murray. Couldn't happen without people being willing to accept less than they would like and understand that there's a limit. Look, if you're a Republican, we don't control the Senate. We don't have the presidency. If you're a Democrat, you're not going to get something through the House that we disagree with. So that narrows the scope. of what's possible. I think Ryan and Murray understood that and operated accordingly and actually produced something. If the rest of us around here would follow their example, I think we could make some more steps in the right direction.
Absolutely.
All right, Congressman, we're going to take your word on this. We're going to consider it passed in law, but hopefully it will happen. But thank you. We appreciate your time this morning. It's Oklahoma, too, right? We had Keating. Yep. We had, and you live there, too, right?
Keating was actually my senator when I was there, and then he was my attorney, my U.S. attorney from that.
So you went to a Catholic school, a Protestant school, Jewish. How many schools did you get? You went to all?
I went to public school until my last year and a half was at
Lived in Oklahoma.
Yep.
Broken Arrow.
Broken Arrow, which was Keating's
Indiana
district when he was a congressman there.
Colorado. California,
I never lived
New
in Colorado.
Jersey.
I never lived in California. That was you. You're mixing my background with yours.
All right, it's hard.
Ohio,
everything
Indiana,
starts,
Texas,
this thing starts molding together in
New York. Those are the 5 places.
All right.
That's it.